You're very passionate. So welcome. Very Just like to welcome you all here today, and it's you feel the energy when I walk in the room, so it's really very inspiring and very passionate. Just a few open comments from myself, because I really want to thank the speakers who come along today to give their time and share their insights with us all. Just firstly, the first time I became aware of the high predominance of women employed within the HSE health sector in general was about 3-4 years ago. I attended a meeting in my previous role as Chief Executive of Fingal County Council, and it was a process around suicide prevention in the community and suicide prevention plans. And I was asked to be there to represent the 4 local authorities in this process. And I went and I got to the room, which was in CHO 9 in Swords, and I was just a couple of minutes late for it. I got in and the meeting where everybody was just taking their seats, and I sat down and I looked around the table, and there were, honestly, there were 22 women and me. And I looked and I said, I might not be in the right, I'm not sure where I was. And anyway, everybody started introducing themselves, and I didn't know anybody, and people were introducing themselves, and I thought it was brilliant. First of all, to see is that I've actually never been in a meeting in a local authority where a higher proportion of women or higher proportion of people in the room. But anyway, people went around and introduced themselves, they sort of represented. But it struck me, first of all, obviously social care is a profession that attracts a huge amount of women. But it was just amazing to see that was, all the decision makers were in the room, and they were all women, and I thought it was very refreshing. But then, when I get the figures and facts as I've joined, and I realise actually 80% of our employees are women, I'm kind of saying, there's something wrong somewhere with the mix of senior leadership roles and senior decision-making roles that we have to address. So there's something about valuing the fact that it is that way, but it equally poses a few questions for us, and a few questions for me as well. So just to say that, there's only 3 things I want to say is, firstly, from my perspective, is just following what Reid said. I want to live in an Ireland that's very different than what I grew up in. And we all do. And I've never been more inspired about the future of Ireland than I have been in the last few years with the various referenda that has happened. And you get real hope and you get real inspiration about the future direction Ireland's going. In fact, that we're leading the way, actually, across many countries. So, while there's many issues and challenges that the vet has set out, and we can't wait another 100 years, I actually get quite inspired by the capacity of Ireland to be, a new Ireland that I want to live in. My family are reared, but they want to rear their families in. So I think there's good positive energy that we want to build on, and just say that. And I reflect back on my own mother, and you're talking about roles and responsibilities and the role of women in society. I grew up in a family of 6, there were 6 of us, 3 boys, 3 girls. Very, like many of yourselves, very difficult times. And my mother reared the 6 of us. She worked at a time. She held on 3 jobs, so we looked up, and she was our role model, and I grew up with a role model who reared us all, and worked hard and worked 3 days a week. But she had many doors closed to her as well. She did have, so she raised us, and we've done okay. But she never had the opportunities that I've had. She never had the chance to get the education that I've had. So, I'm saying all that because that's part of the new Ireland that I want. I want my daughters, I want my grandchildren in the future to have those avenues, to have those opportunities that she didn't have, because she's given me, capacity to be here today, capacity to be a leader today. So there's something still not right, and you guys are going to talk a lot about it today. So just to say that first of all. Second message, I just want to say particularly about the women leadership process, not just within the HSE. I'm a passionate fan. If you go back to my previous role, and just say this for the record and say it because I mean it. 60% of the management team in Fingal County Council were women, the leadership team, because there were 6 directors of services, 4 of them were women. Separate to that, the law agent was 1, and separate the county architect. So a very strong presence. And local government, it booked a trend. The local government booked a trend actually for most public service roles. So, and they were all there. Since I've left, the person's taken over my role, certainly immediately. is and authority is very strong. So just want to say that that's my commitment in terms of, because that was a great management team. Not designed to address some issues of that, but it was a great management team and it's made it successful. There was also separate to that process that we ran, and I was blown away by how much it was taken up. But as part of the job creation in Fingal, we ran a Fingal Enterprising Women's Network. So it was all about facilitating, inspiring, encouraging more women to take part in starting their own business, generating their own ideas, bringing them to the market. And we did discover, actually, there didn't seem to be the same amount of support or facilities in supporting entrepreneurial women as there may have been men. And anyway, that network just grew phenomenally in terms of size and scale, and it really grew to be a very powerful process to support women in enterprise. So I think these processes are important, not just for celebrating what women in leadership bring, but also for facilitating a whole lot of other strands as well. The final piece I just want to touch on very briefly and hand over back to Reid is the wider issues around diversity, culture, equality, and I'm just looking around bullying, etc. So certainly from the HSE staff engagement survey, which I read well before I came in, I've read a lot of it since I came in. It does pose many issues, it does set out many challenges for us. It told me 2 or 3 things. One, it told me people are very motivated about the job they do. Secondly, it told me that while they're motivated with the job they do, in the area they do it, there is a strong disconnect between what they do and where they feel HSE is going, or where it may not be going. So a lack of connection between, and that's an issue we have to address. The third issue, it did tell me it was quite striking, there were very real issues coming through about bullying and control, and that was a huge alert for me. And I know we work certainly in the acute side and many other sides, we work in an environment where people have to make decisions very quickly. And that's no excuse for bullying. There is no excuse for bullying or control. So that's an issue, just to share with you, is, I don't want to leave it on this note, but it's an issue that's on my radar, really importantly, because it's something that in any organisation it just destroys people, destroys the organisation. So that's something that we're going to have to work with after the year. So on something from my perspective, look, I really value what you're doing here, I really value the network, it's across a range of organisations. Thanks to our speakers for coming on, but you setting up something from my perspective who's highly committed to where you want to bring this. So thank you very much.